Hey guys, welcome to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be doing a first impressions and try on. If you can't tell from my bare face, we're going to be doing the Winky Lux S'mores palette. This palette is limited edition and it is $16. It's supposed to be for both your eyes and your cheeks, so we're going to be testing it out on both of those areas today. Also, I'm sorry if the lighting's off or if you hear thunder in the background. It is storming here. So let's get into the palette. So like I said, this is $16. Typically, most of their other palettes retail for about $25. And those are 9-pan palettes. I'm not surprised that this is as much as it is, although I will say it is a little bit smaller than I thought it would be. I got this for 20% off though because I got it during their 4th of July sale. Today is like the 20-something of July because I didn't get a chance to test it out till now. But Winky Lux has the most adorable packaging. Look how cute this is. But look at all the little s'mores on there, and then it's got like that foiled packaging. So freaking pretty. It is a tiny little thing, and those are our 3 shades. It is just so cute and portable. So in theory, you could take this and this could be both an eye and cheek look for you. Now I will say if you have darker skin tone, this probably isn't gonna work for you because I can't imagine this is dark enough for you. Maybe you could get the gold highlight to work for you, but that's the only one I foresee working. Maybe it'll be pigmented enough that you can use it for an eye palette. So let me swatch this. Oh wait, actually first, it's supposed to smell like graham crackers and it definitely doesn't. What it smells like, I don't know. It smells like old hard candy. That's what it smells like. Like candy that's like been out too long and like is past the point that you probably shouldn't eat it, but you're gonna eat it anyways because it's just hard candy, and like what's the worst thing that could happen? All right, so let's swatch this. These are very pigmented. I will say, look how bright those highlighters are. I feel like maybe if you have a darker skin tone, the gold one could work for you for a highlight. Those are the 3 shades. I think they're really pretty. Let's go ahead and get into the eye look. Now I am going to use the Juvia's Place palette as well because quite frankly 3 shades is not enough shades for me. All right, I'm back. As you can see, my hair is nicely pulled back and I look terrifying. Let's get into the eyes. I think what I'm gonna do is take this brown matte shade, put it in the crease, and I'll probably put something from here in the crease as well, but let's test it out. So let's go ahead. I will say that this is laying down decently. I wonder how it's gonna do whenever I have a contour brush. Curious how that's gonna be. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye real quick. I will say the contour shade doesn't really have a lot of kick up. I mean, that's kind of nice, but I don't think it's super pigmented either. Probably work pretty nice for a bronzer, but I don't know how this would be like for an eyeshadow, especially if you're darker skinned. I mean, it's barely showing up on me and I'm pale as hell, so I don't even know if it's gonna show up on you. All right, let's go into the Juvia's Place palette real quick. I did do a dedicated review video on this palette. This is the Nomad Palette. If you are interested in watching that, I'll link that down below. I think what I'm gonna do is go into this shade right here in this palette, and I'm just gonna add that into the crease. Okay, so can you guys see? So I put a little bit of that other shade in there. I feel like I need to darken the crease up more. I'm gonna use this firmer brush that I got in my Ipsy. It's a little bit smaller and more tapered, so let's see if that helps at all. I'm gonna just, again, put this into the crease, and I'm just trying to darken the crease up because it's just not giving me as much dimension as I would like it to. Maybe I won't tap off the excess. Maybe I won't tap off the excess, not access. The excess, maybe that'll help because it's not doing exactly what I want. So maybe that'll help because this is technically an eye and cheek palette, so I'm thinking that's why everything's not quite as pigmented. I don't know. Okay, so I think this is gonna be it for the crease for now. So I'm gonna start packing the shadows on, and I'll do the outer corner later, and maybe, well, I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel right now. I'm gonna take the gold highlighter shade in this palette and I'm going to pack that onto most of my eyelid. This is really pretty. Now this is so pigmented. I just feel like the matte isn't that good. I feel like the matte is gonna be a really nice contour bronzer shade. And I've used Winky Lux eyeshadows before, so I know how they perform. I just really wanna build that up. Okay, so I have the gold highlighter shade on my eyes. I really like how that looks. I think that's really, really pretty. So I'm gonna go back into the matte shade and see if we get any better. So I'm gonna take that firmer brush again and I'm gonna put this on the outer portion of the lid into the crease. And this I don't want to be quite as dark as I was wanting it to be in the crease, so maybe it won't be so bad. I'm not a big fan of this matte shade. I think it's going to be a really nice contour bronzer shade. This is such a simple eye look for me today. I never make eye looks this simple. This is going better than I thought it was going. At the beginning I was like, this is not going well, and now I'm okay. I feel better. Okay, and then I'm going to take this gold shade a little bit just with my finger and just dab it on. Okay, I'm actually really happy with how this is looking, so that's good. All right, I'm gonna take this complex culture brush and just blend these real quick. Nothing super dramatic. Okay, I am gonna go into the Juvia's Place palette. Maybe we'll go into this orange shade a little bit. So give me 1 second to find my brush. So here's the Beau Goss brush. We're just gonna put this on the outer portion. I'm pleasantly surprised with how this looks turning out. It's not something I would normally do because it's so neutral, but I do like it and I think it is pretty. Okay, and I'm gonna take that same brush again and I'm gonna go into the matte yellow shade that's in here and I'm gonna put that underneath as well, just right underneath the lower lash line. I really like how that gold shimmer shade performed. I think that performed really well as an eyeshadow. Now I'm gonna take the complex culture brush and go into the white shimmery shade that's in here. And we're gonna inner corner highlight. That looks really pretty. And inner corner highlight right there. Sorry, I'm not in focus. That's so pretty. Okay. And then I'm going to take that Beau Goss brush again and go into the white highlight. And I'm going to just do a brow bone highlight really close to the brow bone. I'm just going to take this brush real quick and just sweep over everything. I like to just make sure everything is nice and blended. I think that's what the eye look's going to be. So real quick, while I have you guys here, let's test out this Pur liner. This is Pur On Point Eyeliner in the shade Down to Earth. Test this out. I'm just going to put this on the lower lash line. Figured since I was doing a neutral look today, I might as well use a brown liner because I don't use brown liners a lot. I usually use more colorful ones or black. I wear black liner a lot. That looks pretty good. While you're here, we might as well test out the Tarte Surfer Curl Mascara. So let's see how she does. I haven't tried this mascara yet. I just got this in my Ipsy. If you haven't watched the unboxing, I did an Ipsy versus Ipsy. Wow, I'm okay. I'm really impressed with the mascara already. And let's just put it on the lower lash line real quick. And guys, I haven't even dipped back in yet. I mean, this is a new mascara, so it's probably a little bit more wet, but still. Now, I definitely think the Thrive one lengthens them more, but this one still did an amazing job. So I'm gonna go ahead, finish the other eye, and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna do the face. Hey guys, I am back. The eyes are done, the brows are done. I have on the Tristique brow pencil in shade Americana. This is a mini, and I have on my Thrive Cosmetics brow gel in the shade Christina. I have to say, this mascara is like one of the best mascaras I think I've used in a really long time. It has really impressed me. I'm definitely going to try it a little bit more. I still really like my Thrive one, and I still think I like my Thrive one a little bit better, but I will say this one did a really great job at giving me curl to my lashes and also separating them. I think they look really, really good. So I do really like this mascara. I would definitely purchase this again. Okay, so now we're going to take the palette and use it for the cheeks. So first we're going to use bronzer. Okay, so this shade is freaking tiny. So there's the bronzer brush. I think this would honestly be a better contour shade, but we're gonna make it work for bronzer. So let's see how this goes. Okay, I have to say, every time I pick up the brown shade specifically, I can smell the palette. And I don't really like the smell of the palette because it definitely smells like old hard candy. So let's just look at that. And then, since this is so dark, I might as well nose contour for the first time in ever. Okay guys, I'm gonna go in with this fluffy brush right here from Isaac Mizrahi and just try to blend this out a little bit more since it is a little harsh and a little dark for me. But I definitely think this is fairly pigmented. I would definitely say like medium skin toned is like the darkest you could be to make this work as a bronzer. I can't foresee anyone darker, where on me it's like straight up contour. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna put some blush on. This is the Kalito Cosmetics blush that I just got in my Ipsy mystery bag. I've already tried this out, I actually really like this blush. I like that it's got like a little bit of shimmer to it, but it's very pigmented and it shows up like very quickly on the skin. Honestly, so far I actually do like the little palette, and I think it was definitely worth what I paid for it. I mean, I think it is worth $16. I pay a little bit less. I'm gonna try to use both the highlighters in here. So first I'm gonna go into the gold and I'm gonna highlight right there. So I like to highlight like all right here. I know not everyone likes that. I just do. So I really like this. This is, I wouldn't say this is blinding, but it might just be because it's gold. I love gold highlights though, because I just think they're so pretty and so wearable, and I think they look great on my skin tone. And I always like to put a little bit there in the T-zone. I'm gonna go ahead and also take some of the white. I'm just gonna put it right here, because this is the part where I don't mind having a lot of glow. I don't like having a lot right here, right underneath the eyes, because I think it just makes my under eyes look way darker than they actually are. And I'm just really lightly tapping this on. I think I actually like this, guys. I was very skeptical when we were doing the eyes, but I think it's really come together. I'm gonna real quickly just go ahead and put some lips on and take my hair out of this, and we will be back with final thoughts. Okay, guys, I am back, and this is gonna be the final look. Let's look up close. So here are the eyes. And like I said, I did use that Juvia's Place in combination with it. I mean, you guys saw me use it as long as you were watching the whole video. But I do really, really like that gold highlighter shade as an eyeshadow. I think it's like absolutely stunning. It's so, so pretty. And I really like the white for the highlight too. I think it just looks absolutely beautiful. I did blend them out a little bit. I don't know how much you can blend the white one out. So depending on your skin tone, you may or may not be able to use this palette for the eyes. I will say the matte brown shade I don't think is great for eyeshadow. I don't think you can really use that shade if you are darker skin toned, in my opinion. I just don't think it's gonna pick up, but you might be able to use both these shimmer shades as eyeshadows and maybe the gold one as a highlight, depending on how deep you are. But I do think it is pretty, and I really like that gold shade. Now, I don't know how it's gonna hold up, so I will do a wear test and let you guys know down in the description box below. And I just like how the two palettes played together a lot. They were very blendable, I will say, on the eyes. The gold shade packed on really nicely. I did use my finger just to give it a little extra oomph, but it was packing on really nicely just with the brush alone. And I do like the highlight. I think it's really brightened the eye area up a lot. I was able to get the matte shade to be a little bit darker to darken that crease up. For a bronzer, I mean, I think it's okay. I don't think it's like the best bronzer. I mean, I did have to blend it out a lot because I am so fair, but I do think this is actually a really good contour shade for someone of my skin tone. I don't contour a lot, so will I use it as a contour shade? Probably not, but I do like the highlighters a lot. I just think the highlighters are really the star of this palette. I think they make gorgeous eyeshadows, and I think they make gorgeous highlighters. I mean, hold on, let me darken. So it does emphasize a little bit of texture on my skin, but I don't think it's too bad. I definitely have highlighters that are so much worse when it comes to texture. I do think it looks really pretty still on the skin, and I think it makes an amazing eyeshadow. I will say I think the matte shade particularly looks really good on my skin. Like, it's not emphasizing too much of anything. I have to say, I think I'm pretty happy with the palette. I think it's worth the $16. I really do. I know I didn't pay $16 for it, but I'm just so happy with how this is looking, especially on the eyes. I think this palette is actually worth the $16. I don't like the smell of it. I don't think it smells like graham crackers, but I do think it's worth it. If you are a lighter complexion like me, I definitely think you can get this to work for you. If you are darker complexion, I think you will be able to get the highlighter shades to work for you as eyeshadows, but I don't think you'll be able to get the contour shade really to work for you at all, to be completely fair. But I think it looks really pretty on my skin. I'm really happy with it. Also, just in case you are curious what I put on my lips, I used the Thrive Cosmetics lip liner, which if you didn't watch my review video for that, I reviewed 12 different products. It's all time-stamped in the description, so go ahead, check that out. But I do like that lip liner. And then I use this Bella Pierre lipstick in Incognito, and this lipstick is so creamy. It's so nice. Upon first impression, I really like this lip. And then I also used the NYX Creme Brulee Butter Gloss. I'm not a neutral girl, but when I do wear neutral shadows, I like them to look kind of like this. So I'm really happy with how everything turned out. The only thing thing I do want to comment real quick is this Pure eyeliner. I don't know if you guys can see, but already it's starting to come off in my waterline, like right here. Can you guys see that? Like, see the pigment right there, and then it's already coming off right there. It's actually okay over here, other than at the corners. I will say my eyes do water a lot, so it's not uncommon. The main thing I was trying to show to you guys in this video was the eye and cheek palette, and I think it did perform really well. I just think if you have a darker skin tone, this probably isn't gonna work for you, unfortunately, but it is limited edition. Like I said, I don't know how long they're gonna have it out for. This is $16. They also released a tri-colored lip balm that is $18, and it is pH balancing. It is supposed to give you like a pink flush to your lips. I have one of their pH balancing lip balms. It's a rainbow one. I don't mind it, but I didn't feel the need to get another one. I do really like this, and I think it is a really nice palette, and I definitely think you won't be mad if you pick it up if you are a lighter skin tone. Okay guys, that is all for today, so let me know down in the comments below what you thought of the products I tried today. Let me know what you thought of the palette. It's very cute. It definitely goes on well. I'm really happy with how everything turned out today. Let me know again down in the comments below your thoughts and opinions, and before you go, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and click the subscribe button if you are into beauty related content. That is all for today guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, and have a good one.